What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, I want to speak on on Nas, right? And everybody knows that recently Nas received the business deal, his partnership. They was able to land that business deal, whereas though they are going to have be able to build a casino, right? And so I made a post about that, and somebody responded to my post. A guy about it, and I think it was Robbie 44, something like that. Let me Robbie 44, right? And so what Robbie 44 said, he liked the article, but he said, speak about Nas's his other business deals and his business ventures, right? He basically called Nas a genius for what he has been doing as far as business. And let me see if I can pull up that post uh that the guy made. Hey, my phone, what the hell is going on with my phone? Okay, all right, it's 44 Robbie. Let's talk about the genius move Nas made buying Mass Appeal, which used to be a magazine. This phone is a nuisance. Which used to be a magazine. Nas turned Mass Appeal into a music label, and the rest is history, right? And so now everybody I know like think that's Nas, they think Nas is a stand-up dude here, he good people and everything, right? But I wasn't really aware of any of, I don't follow Nas like that as far as like, his business dealings and things like that. So I wanted to look into what Nas does as far as like, what else Nas got his hands in, as far as his business is concerned. And so then I came across this article because personally, I think that with Nas, like Nas proves that you don't have to be the kind of guy that's or the kind of business person that steals people's that get over on people far as like giving them shady business deals or those, what do they call those contracts that you get in music where you I forgot what they call them, but you don't have to take people's masters or cheat them out of their royalties and things like that. None of those accusations have ever been launched against Nas. People never said that about Nas. Nas has always been the kind of guy who continues to do business with people in the industry. Like, he stays close to, like, what's those guys? He always doing business with like Wu Tang Clan and people like that, right? So Nas will always stay connected to his roots. But on top of that, as businesses, right? This article right here. So this article says, what businesses does Nas own? Explore his tech, his food, and his property empire. And I like this article about Nas. The article says that when you think of Nas, hip hop legend might be the first thing that comes to mind. But there's another side of the multi-platinum artist that that's equally impressive. His savvy business acumen. Nasir Jones isn't just a master of lyrics, he's also a shrewd entrepreneur with a diverse portfolio, right? And so it goes on to say, let me see, Nas startups. From tech startups to media company, Nas has made his mark far beyond the music industry. In this article, they'll dive into the various businesses that leave that have caught the eye of his of this iconic rapper. Get ready to explore the entrepreneurial spirit of Nas and how he's turning beats into business ventures. Right. And like I said, the whole time Nas is investing his money and he's exploring different business opportunities. He's staying connected to the community, and so to me, it's just proof, like I said, that you don't have to really get over on people or get caught up in all these different scandals. All right, Dropbox and Lyft stand out among his most net worthy investments, signaling Nas' knack for foresight in tech and trends. Dropbox, the cloud storage giant, went public in 2018, providing a boom for early investors like Queensbridge. And Queensbridge, I think, is like Nas's investment group. Likewise, Nas saw the potential in Lyft, the ride sharing platform that has given industry leaders a run for their money. And we all know about, the Lyft company, right? And it's noteworthy. Let me see. It's not just mainstream techs Nas is after. He's also backing ventures driving tomorrow's I'm sorry, technology revolution. Ring, the smart home security camera, I guess he's an investor in there, was acquired by Amazon for over 1 billion, and PhilPack, a full service pharmacy, also joined among the ranks for the hefty sum. Uh, with such moves, Nas has secured his position as a business strategist with a Midas touch. Now, it do seem like everything that Nas get his hands on, man, it just he do have that Midas touch. He just he just have a knack for picking up on good businesses, right? Not like Nas's portfolio emerging in tech markets, cryptocurrency, esports. I never heard of esports, health tech, and so. But let me say, all right, it was a statement down here that I wanted to get to. All right, that I think is very important, right? Nas, known for his lyrical prowess, has parlayed his success in the music industry into a series of savvy media company investments. One of his notable ventures is the media is Mass Appeal, a company poised in the intersect of music, culture, and global audience. Mass Appeal appears on multifaceted entertainment company, uh, producing content that resonate with the urban culture, right? So he's still, he's still a part of the culture too, with Mass Appeal. Then he has fashion, ventures. Let me see what else it goes on to say. Let me see. Collaborators are central to Nas' approach, and he has lent his insight to several high-profile projects, exclusive collaborations with Ghostbusters, born on a unique collection that feature iconic imagery for the franchise, combined with the edgy aesthetics of history, showcasing Nas's ability to intersect pop culture and fashion. Right. And so even people with big businesses, the benefit of doing business with somebody like Nas, because he don't really have any Nas don't really have any dirt on his name, right? And so if Nas don't have any dirt on his name, then bringing Nas into your company or partnering with Nas is not it won't be a downfall. It won't be a detriment to your community, right? And so that's one thing that people really like about Nas, that people really notice about Nas, that doing business with Nas, no matter what level you're on, is just not it's not a bad investment. So, I just appreciate the fact that in business. You just don't have to do it. And with Nas being a solid dude, you know, he has never really been the kind of person that has taken advantage of people or gotten over on people, and it has paid off. You know, big companies see the value of doing business with Nas. Um, People who are still part of the culture see the value of doing the business with Nas, and so here's an example of somebody who's a stand-up dude. So with that being said, man, my for some reason my reception is messing up on here. So I'm gonna end this video right here. I just wanted to make this video about Nas in response to my you know, people who have responded to other videos that I made about Nas. And so y'all make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave comments, and I'll check you all out in the next video. Peace.